Period Ahh, 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 period. I was about to see if I could do that track for a whole minute long, but I'm not even about to do that. Period Ahh, 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 period Ahh. So I did that drink for like 50 seconds long. But maybe baby girl was really onto something, to be honest. I ended up reading an article or something in a book not too long ago called, which is backwards to y'all, Electric Body, Electric Health. The book is by, if I'm not mistaken, Eileen Day McCusick. Either way, maybe look it up, don't look it up, buy the book. It'll teach you some things about life. And there's so many other books out there that actually can enhance your way of thinking. And in the back of this book, it actually states to say more things like instead of is almost like you're sick, you don't want to deal with it. It's like more of a soothing, relaxing. It actually helps you stabilize your mood and how you feel. And once I find this page, I'm going to read it out to you. It's literally a list of things to do to help you through any situation or help you through the day. And I really think she was onto something. That's the only way she could probably explain it. But after I read what I read, I was like, you know what? It's more into depth than what I thought. And shout out to her. She actually, became almost world known just based off of something very simple, but it was almost idiotic, but it had no meaning to most people. Just like when the crepe challenge came out, everybody was like, most people that are from poverty places or that's super poor or live in the hood or live in, what's another word for the hood, the projects and stuff like that, were doing that challenge. People of stature or people of middle class or people that are in the upper class really weren't doing that challenge. Some challenges go really viral, go really trendy through many classes, but this one was strictly geared towards people that are from the projects and from the hood and from poverty classes. And if y'all don't remember, it had a lot to do with some of these different societies, and that's why it was like something fun to do, but it really wasn't fun at all. It was like you were almost doing a ritual, but didn't even notice you were doing a ritual. And hopefully some good came from it, and hopefully, you just got to learn a lesson from it. So again, be mindful and be careful of what you continuously practice, what you put yourself into, because everything has a meaning behind it. Even if you don't see it right then and there, try to always keep it in the back of your brain, so that way you can recall that moment and say, okay, that's what it meant, I learned something from it, so on and so forth. So just be mindful that everyone creates a challenge for a reason, and it's to either better yourself, challenge yourself, or strengthen yourself. So bear with me while I look for this. I know it's in here, but I'm probably skipping over it. I know it's in here. It was literally 10 steps or something for sleeping. Learn how to sleep in reason. Okay, here we go. So it was what I thought. So the 15 simple ways to raise your voltage, mean raise your energy. Make you more clear-minded, more level-headed. So get enough rest, breathe more deeply. So everyone should in through your nose, out through your mouth. People tend to hold the inhale for about 4 seconds, maybe even longer, and push out times that. So if you inhale for 4, you should be exhaling for 8. If you inhale 8, you should probably be exhaling for 16, so on and so forth. Try it at your own leisure. It's just something that people learn from being fit. All these different exercises, they all have a different breathing technique, but overall it's like listen to your own breathing technique, because everyone hasn't been practicing how to deep breathe or breathe for your comfortability and your understanding. But try it more. It helps you through a lot of situations. Sometimes if people just deep breathe before they have a conversation, or before they retaliate, or before they react, or before they respond, you could probably control so much of what you say and how you do things to better the situation, or just to have more positive energy than whatever's going on. And it's something to be mindful of, because every day we get triggered by different things, and we improperly communicate what we're going through and how we feel, and how people should come to an understanding, especially when sharing environments. No matter where you're at work, at the gym, inside your own home, outside of the playground, at the movies, no matter what, people should consider their environment and who's in their environment, and understand that we're sharing we're sharing variations of energy or voltage, no matter how you look at it. Again, from the computers that's around, from the different cords that are around, so on and so forth, we're sharing electrical currents everywhere we go, and that can still temper with your goal or your mission for that day. So again, the first one was get rest, breathe more deeply, get grounded. So for some people that don't understand what's getting grounded, it's almost like similar to humbling yourself, but I'm gonna read it. While there are many products out there like grounding sheets and mats, nothing beats bare feet on the ground. If you are in cold climate and can't go outside, wear socks or non-rubbery sole shoes while you're inside. That's to help you stay grounded. Now, I haven't figured that completely out, but hey, I'll go with that. But to me, it's like almost being very earthly, and I guess it makes you feel a different way with dealing with gravity. Right now, I got socks on. Sometimes I tend to take my socks off and I do feel uncomfortable, but there's different variations of socks too. Because one time, my legs were feeling so weird. That's the only way I could say it. It wasn't feeling normal. But as soon as I put these thick heavy duty socks on, I felt like I was being pulled down. I was being more grounded, like more stable on my feet. So hey, share your experience. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you feel when it comes to your energy, people around you, because they either suck energy or give you energy. Or, y'all just might share so many similarities. It's like a well-balanced type of experience or exchange or receive. So eat whole, pure, fresh foods. It's okay. We all struggle with that. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, this is just ways to increase your energy. So a lot of nourishment and a lot of nutrition comes from the food that we eat. It messes with the way that we think, the way that we move, the way that we interact with people, the way that we use the bathroom. Eating does a lot to your body, mind, and soul, even down to your sexual activity. Even if you know that or not, again, this is all just from experience, but then this is also education that comes from a book. So if you can get your hands on books, listen to audiobooks, it educates you on how to better yourself as an individual and how to help other people better themselves if they want that. Again, I have to remember continuously, but then I have fell in and out of not really caring how people feel. At the end of the day, if you got the knowledge, share the knowledge. other than that, not everybody is to be saved, and not everybody is a student. And you have to figure out who was in your classroom, regardless if it's an entertaining classroom. Like, a lot of people have to get taught on how to tell jokes, and not everybody wants to learn about jokes. People are very serious sometimes. And again, serious doesn't really get you too far sometimes, because you want to have that livelihood in your interactions with people, which makes them come outside of their box. It helps them smile more, laugh more, and much, much more. So keep those in mind. Drink spring water. So drinking spring water is very healthy. Don't forget that there's a lot of tap water, a lot of lead in water nowadays. We probably got used to the lead being in the water. It used to happen so much when I was growing up and I was in middle school and elementary school. So be mindful that some of this water is still not purified and it's not healthy, and there's chemicals that do still offset your voltage. But spring water and alkaline water, putting lime in your water, putting lemon in your water, does help change the acidity of it itself. So your pH balance inside of you is about like a 6, if I'm not mistaken. We drink orange juice, which is about a 4, which I learned. And some of these healthy foods have alkaline of about, 12 or 9. So the higher you go up the pH balance, the higher the alkaline. The lower you go, it's more acidic based. So think about movies that you have seen that was acid based, and again, it literally melted the person's skin all the way down to bone. Imagine what that would do to your insides based off of how low you go down that scale. And it's all based off of what you eat and what you drink. So again, making sure that you drink proper liquids is very important, but balance it out. People can drink whatever they want based off of so many doctors. Just be mindful that, again, your blood pressure, your sugar level, your energy overall will decrease or increase. So it depends on what you're looking for and what you feel like you need for your body. Consciously receive love and gratitude and appreciation. No matter what happens, I think that is very positive and that is very beneficial to anyone. They say forgive, don't forget. Of course, you don't want to forget certain things that happen, but you always want to forgive yourself and forgive anybody that put you through anything. Because becoming that person that is not a loving person or a gratitude person or a person that can appreciate the little things or the good things and the bad things, like, makes you very... It puts you in a victim category, but then it also puts you at a person that holds grudges. And you don't want to be a person that holds grudges, because, again, a grudge is something almost devilish, something evil, something bad. It gives you something to complain about versus, again, look forward to how you can better something, even if it's better yourself or better a situation or better someone else. So again, don't hold grudges and just continue to try to receive love wherever you can get it. There's different ways to love someone. I have even did research myself one time on it. I will have to definitely find my notes on it, but there are different ways to love people. So keep that in mind, that everyone does not love the same and everyone does not communicate or understand the same. Like, everybody is at their own level of things, and sometimes you have to come up to their level or come down to their level, and that can increase or decrease your energy. So don't forget to recharge. That's what that good rest is all about. It's recharging yourself and getting back to where you want to go and where you want to be at and how you want to maintain yourself. Hang out with electron donors and not electron stealers. Like I said, people can steal your energy or they can increase it. So you want to, no matter if it's your family, if it's your friends, if it's the workplace, you still want to end up hanging out before or after with people that can add to you and not take from you. It's not all about taking. It's about what are you giving out too. So at the end of the day, be careful about that, because we're in a world full of sin. We're in a world full of evildoers. We're in a world full of manipulators. We're in a world with so much confusion. We're in a world with, illness. But with illness, there can be wellness. So don't forget that to any trauma, there's always healing, overcoming. And that's why it's important to write how you feel every day. it's important to have a mentor in many industries, or have a counselor, just someone to speak to, or just have a good positive friend that don't mind listening to you, but also telling you about yourself. It's good to be honest. We're getting older and older. People should be able to confront people and tell them, hey, you can do a lot better. And it's nothing but constructive criticism. If someone feels like that you can change for the best of good, okay, cool. Or for the best of what they want at the end of the day, go with it. Also, I came across something that stated, at the end of the day, we're here to actually just walk with people through their fire, not necessarily, try to better them, because sometimes they don't want better, and telling them about better actually could add a lot of stress on them, because they're still trying to figure out how to get better, and they don't really believe maybe in their own methods or believe in other people's methods. And again, they can find any and every excuse technically that they don't want to listen to you. They think what they're doing is totally correct. There's just too many ways to do things. So, again, be mindful that we all have our different ways to going along in this lifestyle. Or any lifestyle that you choose, because there's different lifestyles. But we do still all share one. Allow your emotions to flow through you rather than suppressing them. So, a lot of people, we hold stuff in, and we don't speak on a lot of things right then and there, or we wait until sometimes it could be too late, or it's just like a ticking bomb. So give yourself space to find healthy ways to express your ways, remembering that they will pass. So this too shall pass. It always does. Anger, frustration, confusion, hurt comes and goes. It's not something that technically sticks around, but sometimes it can re-enter your life through different triggers or different red flags. So again, it's just letting them flow through you freely. Try not to judge them, but just find healthy ways to express it. That's why people do poetry, people do music, people write articles, people just journal, or they find an activity. If it's boxing, if it's painting, if it's crossword puzzles, whatever it is, it helps you express the different waves of logical and creative expressions or waves you're going through. So think about that. Tap into your power of sound. Make use of your listening and energizing music, singing, chanting, toning, and dancing. So tap into what sound soothes you better. There's different types of genres of music out here. There's different ways that people, their vocals. Like, how we have ladies that have squeaky voices. We have men that have too deep of a voice. We have ladies even out here that have like different types of tones of voices. And I'm not big on music, but again, it goes back to, are you a soprano? Are you an alto? Are you a tenor? Are you some type of opera singer? Like, again, that tells you your tone, your base of your voice. And some people can't handle certain altos, or they can't handle sopranos, they can't handle whatever, because they might be a tenor themselves. So with that being stated, that's something to keep in common when you speak to people, because certain pitches or certain tones could offend you, upset you, confuse you, whatever the case may be. It could trigger something dealing with certain people. Again, being open-minded is very simple, but of course, some people say easier said than done. So again, I think I get along with a fair share of tones and pitches. It doesn't bother me if you're loud or low pitch. It just depends if you're attacking me, or if you're trying to help better me, or if you're trying to enslave me, or something of that nature. But sometimes it's more bigger than what it seems. The reason why you choose the way that we talk. Like, we do have control over our high pitch and our low pitch, but then sometimes people just do things very carelessly. And having control over all of that to bring it up and down is essential. It can help, or again, it can make things worse. So again, we want to have more so of a leader aspect and not sort of a follower aspect, but then you want to be true to who you really are and true to your own nature. So I say keep that in mind. Get into nature. Yes, it's getting really cold, but you know, it's good to get out there and get that good old-fashioned fresh air. So it helps you connect more to yourself. Laugh. Honor your natural inclinations. So give yourself permission to do what feels right and natural to you in the moment. And this is what I want to get to, because that period I, period period I, period period I, period period I, period I, period I. It actually reads, choose I over choosing things that make you sound or make you feel uplifted, things that make you feel downtrodden whenever possible. So actually gives you that I'm tired, I'm mopey, I'm gloomy, versus I is like, to me, it's almost self-explanatory. It feels refreshing, it feels good, it feels relaxed, it feels like you feel comfortable. So she was up to something, because that's like what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, the 13th of 15 simple ways to raise your voltage. So she was leveling up with her period I, period period I, and leave it at I, because the other one is a downer, for real. Maybe it might even mean something for sexual experiences too. Who knows? Avoid chemically scented candles, deodorants, and other products. Chemical scents are being called new tobacco and has implicated in many health issues. So I would definitely agree, as we get older or when we're first born, we're very sensitive to different smells, different touches or textures and things of that nature. Sometimes some of these chemicals that's in these items that we use, for example, bleach, Dove, or Olay, anything from Bath and Body Works, anything from Walmart, it doesn't matter where it came from, they all have their different chemicals to make it smell the way that it does. Most of our stuff has fragrant type of a chemical in it to give it whatever. Nothing wrong with using it, but some of it is a little overwhelming to the mind. So just be careful with that. Again, that's how most people end up getting breast cancer, is due to the deodorant we have been using, or again, the food that we have eaten that clogs up a certain part of our artery or body, and now you have a tumor or you have a cyst, and it's hard to deal with. So not saying you have to stop, but just try to see how your nose and how your body feels. And a lot of people suffer through this, unfortunately, but again, live to your best comfort, but understand that you do share space and environment. Bleach, anything, everything has a strong odor, strong chemical. When I was growing up using bleach, sometimes it used to water my eyes, it used to burn. So again, a lot of people have even had to got cancer from certain ingredients. So again, some of this stuff is not technically made for us to use, but we use it, we got used to using it, and later on it might have a strong impact on your health. And we want to live as long as we can. We don't want to die too early, especially if you don't feel like you have lived out your life how you want to. So again, make a living list and complete as many tasks as possible. And still, when you even feel like you're at your worst state, still continue to complete your tasks. So hopefully you go in peace. You go feeling like there's either, I guess, more to continue, or you finally could just rest easy until people see you next time. However you want to say it. I say it like that. And then soak up sun. Sun is a big part of vitamin D. So those were the 15 simple ways to raise your voltage, increase your energy, and recharge, rewire, and just help to get to know yourself better and get to know other people. Because if you're doing some of those on there, I mean, you probably at the highest state than the next person, and everyone's not the same. So just try to have a balanced life. Period. So I had to make that video to share that with you all, because Shawty was really onto something, and I didn't know how many people can connect the dots that she was onto something. She leveled up, and she really did level up with that video. We was kind of like laughing and giggling with her. Shit, something clicked in her mind, or somebody put her up to the task that people need to hear this. So I say world peace. We come in peace. Continue coming in peace. And still don't let nobody rain or even overshine your parade. Because sometimes the light can be so bright that it still blinds you at the end of the day. And if you need to correct it for you at the end of the day. And people just gotta get over it, that we all alphas, we all omegas to a certain degree, and we all came here with a purpose or a job, and it ain't over until we hear them trumpets continuously, or whatever you want to say. But I say do your homework. Don't do your homework. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts on period I, period of, period I. And let me know how you feel about raising your energy, and how has it been for you with the family that you deal with the people that you love. Because half the time the leveling up journey is lonely, and you don't continuously have the people that you would like to have around you while you become your best version of yourself. Remember, we're not in competition with nobody else, but we in competition with ourselves to better ourselves for our own selfish, independent reasons. But hopefully they're selfish to make the world a better place for our youth, and for some of the adults that continue to live amongst and around our youth, because that's who it's truly about. Like, the youth comes first before the adults come first, to be honest. The adults, they have been here long enough, and some of them are stuck in their ways. If they're stuck in their ways in a positive way, cool. If they're stuck in their ways in a negative place, it could impact the next individual, and so on and so forth. But we want to think about how to continuously uplift people, and also be honest with ourselves and be honest to other people. And everybody handles things differently. So it's very important that sometimes we don't let things affect us in a negative, positive way, because we always gonna do what we want to do. Everybody likes to party. Some people like to just chill by themselves, but for the most part, nobody gonna stop doing what they want to do, because we have the right to choose what we want to do. So whatever helps you get through the day, do what you gotta do to help you get through the day, even if that's do nothing at all. But for the most part, believe in yourself and don't give up, regardless of what anybody say. Everybody don't have to be your cheerleader. You gotta be your own cheerleader sometimes. And everybody don't want what you want. So you gotta understand that sometimes your road is very lonely, but peaceful and a beautiful lonely path it is. Because again, you'll be like, told you so. Or they'll be like, I told you so. But again, they're not really your competition. You just be telling yourself, I told you so. So hopefully you guys learned something today. And I hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making this video, and it helped take one of those ideas out of my head. Because again, I've been wanting to do this video for like a week or so. So I did it. I'm happy for myself. And I know I don't make content as much as I should, but again, I don't know how most people can do it, because the 9 to 5 and then still trying to be dedicated to be a communication specialist is really freaking difficult. Like, sometimes you just want to be quiet and just accept everything. The other days, you just have a lot to say. And I haven't felt that way in a very long time, where I wanted to get a lot of stuff out my mind and off my chest, because people know or they don't know. And that's still selfish, to hold in information and you could share with people. So, again, one of the things that we have to remind ourselves is that don't be harsh on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, because in time, the right things will align themselves for you. So it's even hard for me to accept not to be tough on myself sometimes, when I know I wanted to do something because of many different reasons, and then I put myself in the same situation, and then I'll be like, damn, I wanted to better myself for a reason, because of things like this, or people like this, or situations like this. And until I better myself, and that goes for anyone, like, nothing around you sometimes will get better, because nothing's going to change unless you change yourself. That's just it. Some people can help you change stuff around you too, and show you things you never experienced before, or even give you a little boost. But the same way they give you that boost is the same way they can remove one of those blocks and make you tumble, make you fall. So that's why it's important to have a great positive group around you. But then you need people to tell you the truth too. That will probably hurt your feelings, because the truth hurts. You'll think that person don't give a fuck about you, but that's not true. It's just that no one wants to be told what to do or how to act or how to move. Nobody wants that. They feel like they got it all figured out, and they've been doing stuff for so long on their own, or they feel like nobody's been around to help them. It will make you feel that way, hearing somebody tell you what to do or how to act, or someone telling their opinion about something. Even though it is an opinion, and it's opinion because it's coming from your perspective, there is some truth within that opinion. So again, it's all how people think and how people receive stuff. Because half the time, we don't remember the whole situation and how everything went down. We just remember the points that, poked at us and prodded us and broke down our ego, or broke down our high spirit, or, increased those things. So remember, be kind, be sweet, be honest with yourself, and keep it pushing. My allergies acted up. This weather change is something else, and the different fumes that's lingering around, it can mess with your sinuses. I guess if you want to call it underneath the weather, maybe you are underneath the weather. Sometimes you just might be above the weather. Other times, don't forget, like, everybody don't deal with certain chemicals. So try to figure out what chemicals bother you, what type of dust particles bother you, what type of fumes bother you. And again, just try to balance it out. Change your lifestyle up. But sometimes sharing space with people, there's only so much that you can do, for real. Other than that, everybody's being picky, being a stickler, and people being selfish, because it's nothing you could do. Until you level up yourself personally, then you can control your environment how you want to. But when you're sharing it with people, it's not much that you can do. Especially if you don't know, if you go to the gym and somebody got too much of something on. I mean, what you gonna ask them, go take a shower and wash it off, and they're gonna look at you like, you right or you fucking wrong. But again, I've been on here for 33 minutes, wiping my nose, reading books to y'all. I hope y'all got something from this tutorial or this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, dislike, whatever you feel. Get it out there. People always into the entertainment, but never wanted to have a intellectual conversation about stuff. Think of it, when people like me post these videos, think of it as a discussion board, and a teacher and instructor told you that you had to respond twice, or you had to like twice someone else's comment or the initial comment made. Like, give your feedback. This is a discussion board, a video discussion board, where multiple topics can be spoke about, and it can open up your mind to think more depth into things, so you can learn yourself more and learn individuals more. So have a good night. Hope to speak to y'all again. Don't get mad at me if I don't post too often, but I nearly have like 300 and something photos of 300 and something videos of intellectual things or random fun things. So again, you'll see different sides of me, because I'm just not one person just stuck on one thing. Like, life is made up of multiple subjects. So keep up. It's better that way. Deuces. Ciao.